InEvent bills themselves as being passionate about live events and broadcasting technologies. So naturally, they showed up on my radar. They are touted as having built the most powerful and versatile platform for professional events, meetings, and live streams. It's that last term that piqued my interest. This hybrid/in-person event vendor has added a live stream studio to their offering and reached out to me to test it out, and I'm excited to do just that. I'm Kirk Nugent, live video coach, remote producer, content creator, and today we're looking at InEvent, specifically their live studio. Let's dive in. So as we get started, I just want to say a huge shout out to InEvent and the team over there for providing access to the platform for me to be able to kick the tires, showcase it for you guys, and take a look at an event industry leader and how they are tackling live video. I'm hoping you guys will track with us and let us know in the comments what you think. I'm going to be focusing again on their live studio, so keep that in mind. But in order to do that, we have to go through two steps. We need to create an event and create an activity. So let's do that right now. So first we want to hit the item here, add new event. I'm just going to type in test, and we can select from templates and some other things. We can set our time, some other things that are here. We're going to click next. Privacy. We want this to be public, virtual online event, visible to the world, free event. You can select some of those things there. Select your graphic here in this section. And you can also select the website, right? So this is the web page where all of the event details will live. I'm just going to select one at random here. And then essentially the event itself is created. But once the event is created, then we still have to create the activity. And activities are like workshops, breakout sessions, different things, maybe even a keynote that you will have in your event. So once we have the event created, we go to the agenda, click on activities. And once in activities, we can click on add activity here to create something new. Right, we'll just do Grandial Workshop. We can select our dates, everything there. Click Create. Let's make that at PM, and we have this new activity created on our event, Brand Deal Workshop. And in this screen is where you get to set up some of the details for your activity. And I'm kind of moving fast through this because this is not the crux of our tutorial, the crux of our focus for this video, but we do have to get in here and do some of these things. Again, you can do your cover image here for the activity specific. Then you can select your room video mode. Now I'm going to click on edit so you can see some of the options here in the room video mode. I can do pre-recorded, live studio, video conferencing, and of course, I can do RTMP streaming, which means you could use a different streaming platform or product, configure it to point to this RTMP setting, and then you could stream from there. So when people come into the event, they would see what's happening in that streaming platform. It's pretty cool. But InEvent has their own live studio now. And so we're highlighting that because this is a new way for people to be able to engage with their own live events. So additionally, you can stream to other streaming platforms, but you will need to go to LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, whichever one you want to stream to, and get your stream URL and stream key and put that here. Simply get those two items, put them in here. You can stream to one or all of those destinations as you see fit. And several other options that are here, some that are really cool, some that you may want to check out. But definitely with that being done, we are actually ready to go. So I'm going to click end. That means I'm done with the editing of this. I can come back to the main screen, and then we are going to make our way over to our already set up, pre-configured event. And that is HIW Test 2. So I'm clicking on that, and I'm going to go to the virtual lobby, and you're going to see that this already has a banner for the event. It also has a thumbnail for the activities as well. I love that there's like a coffee break here. And there's so many other little cool things about this platform. So if you're an event person, you're looking for something, you may want to give InEvent a try, check them out. So now we're going to take a look at the activity that we've created. When I click to enter it as the speaker, you can see that it asks me, what do you want to do? Here I can select my camera, I can select my microphone, speaker, I can select to blur my background, or even use a virtual background, or even upload a virtual background. Now, I personally, as you guys well know, I'm a fan of just utilizing what you have. But if you have a green screen, this is a really cool option. You can also select here to do advanced options. I'm going to uncheck that, and you can see that this pretty much, we've gone through everything. But once we select that, some plus signs kind of appear here, which is kind of cool. You can also see the video quality that's coming from the camera. But if I go to hit the plus sign here, and I can select, let's say, another camera, and that camera is the one that's behind me. So now I've got my camera along with the background camera. I've got two cameras. So that's a really cool distinction that we have not seen from other platforms before. One or two of them have it, but not quite in this way. And let's see how that actually looks inside the studio. So we're going to click join now, and we are finally inside the live studio. Only took us a few minutes to get in, but we wanted to make sure we walked through some of those pieces so that you could see what it looks like. And you can see, of course, you're seeing the background camera, but if you look on the screen, you can see here, there's a camera switcher built in. Camera switcher built right in. So if I click on two, it will switch automatically between them. And that is a really nice touch, something that I have not seen in that way from any other streaming platforms that are out there. So InEvent, kudos for that one. That one gets a big plus from me. You can have several other things added to the screen here. You have your mic, you disable your camera, and then of course you have that avatar look. If you want, however, you could play a video that you've already uploaded to the system. And so this is one that I've already uploaded, and I can add that here. It's here, but it's not added to the screen until I actually add it in this by toggling this bar here. And again, you still have the ability to manipulate them and move them around in terms of where their placement is on screen, similar to several other platforms that we've worked with out there. Other settings that you can go to, start sharing. We can actually share a PDF file. This is a presentation that I've already uploaded into the system. And again, I can just click through them by clicking the slide here. You can see it on the side here, and we can change the orientation in terms of what that layout looks like on screen. This layout is actually called slides. And so this might be a great one to just kind of sit on as you're doing your presentations in the system. So this would be pretty cool for how you would present, how you show up on screen for your live event viewers. Several other things on either side of the window here, not many of them having much to do with the live studio, so I'm going to ignore them for now. But I did want to move the settings screen back to the left side of the screen so we can take a look at some of the other items that are there. While we're here, I'm going to move this to gallery, shift this back over so we have our slides and myself on screen. I'm going to add my logo in the top left. I can also add it in the top right and in the bottom right, but I can't add it in the bottom left, so keep that in mind. I can add in a lower third, and let's see, and we have that added. Once that's typed in, you can add that in fairly easily. You can add in a ticker at the bottom. Now that's moving pretty fast, but again, the whole idea is real-time video editing, right? Editing the video that your audience is seeing in real time, right? I know that kind of trips some of us up because we're thinking of video editing in the traditional sense, but we're talking about video that your audience is literally engaging with now, and we are manipulating it live. So that's such a really cool distinction that we have here. You can set your background color, of course, to whatever color you want. I happen to like purple, as you can tell, but there are many other colors that you can select here as well. And you can also, of course, upload your own image if you so choose. These videos here, you can set whether or not they have audio on them, but you can actually select a video as a background as well. So you do have that option. Here's kind of a matrix type one that I kind of like, but you can also upload your own video here as well. So you have that option if you so choose. So that's pretty cool. So those are some of the things that you have in terms of layout, function, feel for your show. In addition to that, you do have the chat section over here on the side, and the chat section does have private and public. And this is really just for engagement, for your attendees to be able to talk with one another, and you can refer to the chat from time to time. But what I do like is that they have a specific part just for questions. Just for questions, they have a specific part that they have set up here. And what I'm trying to do right now is get to my my laptop where I have a guest already in the system. You can see that question just showed up on screen, and you can see that we just put in test, but now others can reply, or even you can reply directly to this question. You can heart the question, so very social media-esque, but then you can actually publish it. And once you click on publish, it's going to say, do you really want to put this on screen? So you have to click on confirm publish. Your lower third goes away. The question from Stephanie Miller shows up on screen, and you can see that you can engage with that question. So again, we have seen many systems that have the ability to bring in questions, comments, and different things like that. Of course, with RTMP, you would not be able to bring those in from external sources. It's a one-way street. So you would send video, audio from this streaming platform out to those streaming destinations. There's many uses that could really fulfill. But here inside the studio, inside the event, inside the activity, you have the ability to bring those questions. They have a much richer experience with the speaker, with the audience here in the studio, in the system. So that's a really cool one as well. Thank you, InEvent, for what you're doing in this space, for innovating, for really sharing with us things that can be possible in the event space. But I have to tell you, this ability to switch between these cameras so seamlessly right here in the studio, I hope this takes off. I hope other platforms see this and say, that's a better way to implement multiple cameras in the studio. InEvent was established in 2013 and has developed in the past 9 years respected products, support, and community for the AV and event industry globally. Having a built-in studio to allow for real-time video editing for your live event is a nice touch and puts them in a category all by themselves in their industry. If you're interested in more product overviews of other industry platforms, let me know in the comments, and be sure to subscribe. Learn more about live streaming in these videos.